Welcome to Everyday Cooking with Ann. Once again, you've got Mr. Ann. And I am going to make you some blackberry sorbet because my wife just made some mint chocolate chip ice cream. I can't stand mint, and besides that, did you know that mint takes away your testosterone? So I don't want it. What we're going to do is there are many recipes for every type of sorbet and every type of ice cream. What we've got here is quick and easy. I will always prefer quick and easy if it's not going to affect the taste or the quality of the outcome. A lot of recipes will tell you to go ahead and boil it and add water and boil it for 8 to 10 minutes. I don't know what the point of boiling it and then adding back the water, because all the boiling does is take out the water and then they add the water back in. So this is not going to affect the taste, or it might slightly affect the texture, but after we put it through the sieve, it's going to be just like it would be, slightly rougher at the worst. That's the worst that can happen. So what we're going to do is we're taking 3 cups. That means you have to have a little more than 3 cups of blackberries to end up with 3 cups after it's all done. After we put it in the Ninja blender and put it and blended it so that it's all juiced. Now we're going to add 1 cup of sugar, which is quite a bit, and we're going to add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. And of course, we just go out to our tree and get all the lemons we want, so we've always got fresh lemon juice. Now 3 tablespoons of lemon is quite a bit. What the lemon juice does is, blackberry is not naturally a really strong berry, so the lemon juice takes it in, so we'll blend it again. Now what we're going to do is put it in the sieve to take out the seeds. Personally, I don't mind the seeds. It gives you roughage and it's good for your digestion, but it does not the type of texture you'll see when you go to a gelateria, or that's about the only place you're going to get the sorbets. More and more ice cream shops are doing sorbets, but they always take the seeds out, so that's what we will do. So what I've done is I've poured it into we've got a strainer, and as you can see, it kind of comes out by itself, and what you've got here is the juice without the seeds. And we're going to take a spatula or a spoon with a very heavy flat surface, and we're going to push it down until all the juice is out. So here we go, we've strained it, and here you go, we have it without the seeds, and all we do now is pour it in our Cuisinart. And this is only going to make about 3/4 of a quart. So, or actually about half a quart. So in the recipe that you'll see down below, I will double the recipe so that you can make 1.5 quarts in a regular 1.5 quart maker. Now we'll go ahead and get it going. Okay. You need to be sure when you can do several types of ice cream makers. Most people have the type that you put the bowl in the freezer and you got to leave it in for 48 hours and you got to immediately put it back. This is the one we use because we make a lot of ice cream and sorbets. This is a Cuisinart, and you can do one after the other because you've got a condensing unit in the machine. Now you can see one of the things it has a separate dash, that is the blades in there for ice cream or sorbet. This is the sorbet dash, and as you can see, it's tumescing. That is, it's expanding and getting harder so that it's more like an actual sorbet instead of a juice. So in another 5 minutes we'll be ready, and we'll take it out of the maker and show you what. One advantage you get from boiling it is the sugar dissolves better, but as you can see from this, there's absolutely no problem with this, and when you taste it, there's absolutely no granulated sugar. So we took this bowl before we started and put it in the freezer so it goes into a cold container. And we'll show you when it's done. It's a fairly soft sorbet. We're going to stick it in the freezer for about half an hour, and then we'll scoop some out and show you the result. So here we are with the finished product. No granulation whatsoever, smooth as can be. and juicy sweet. And if you want a special treat, you can put it with some of our homemade vanilla ice cream. And you can look up in the upper right hand corner, we have the quick and easy vanilla ice cream, some of the best you'll ever taste. And you can also try the pear walnut sorbet, which surprises everybody, and many people say, wow, I had no idea. This is my favorite. Enjoy. I hope you enjoy these ice creams and sorbets as much as I do. It takes me back to Italy when I could go, and when I first learned in Italy to get gelato and sorbet, I was eating 10 a day. It was in Florence, and it cost me $0.05 a piece. And boy, if you make your own, you can have quite a bit of yourself, and it really doesn't cost that much. Take a look at all of our ice creams and sorbets. It's a lot of fun. Back in the last century, way back in the last century, I hitchhiked around Italy and I discovered gelato. We always had many types of ice cream at home, but gelato was something special, and I had my first sorbets. When I came into Florence and found a gelateria, the taste was so good, and I was on an extremely limited budget, but I was eating 10 a day, and it set me back 50 cents for 10. They were $0.05 a piece. Hope you enjoy it. I don't think you can do it for $0.05 a piece, but you know, if you make your own, it really does not cost that much, and it is a lot of fun and gives you a great summer.